Everyone, welcome back to my channel for another Traveler Scrapbook process video. Today I'm going to be working on the 2018 favorites. If you're just now joining me, I came up with this idea that I was going to create all of my favorite stuff in 2018 for my kids, and that in 30 years from now they can look back on it and see what was mom's favorite music, what was mom's favorite book. And I just thought it'd be really fun for them. So I didn't have the photo first. I actually was just kind of working on the layout, and I saw this Dear Lizzie paper and it had houses on it. Now, if you've already seen this second and third prompt, I saved the first one because I thought I was going to have this amazing professional picture of my family, because the first prompt is going to be your favorite thing in the universe, and that is my family. And so, real life, I'm keeping it real, I never got it done. And so I was like, you know what, our real life is taking family photos is car selfies. We do a lot of those, and half the time my husband and I never lean over too far in, so we always get like half of our face. But anyways, you know what, my kids are gonna remember that, and they're gonna remember this is how we took our family photos, so I thought it was perfect. Now, I did grab some washi tape because I wanted to break the white cardstock that is actually part of the insert from that pattern paper of those homes, and I grabbed some pink and white diagonal, but then I felt like it was just becoming too much pink and I really wanted to pull some other colors in. So I found this washi tape that had the clouds on it, and I thought it was perfect because the minute I step out of my house or look out the window and look up, I see the sky, and so I thought it was perfect to have those clouds. Now, I did add a chipboard which has a number 1. That is from Sassafras. Whenever I put down chipboard in my Traveler's Notebook, I do remove most of the chipboard behind it. I feel like it still gives enough dimension in my Traveler's Notebook without it being too bulky or too thick. And the reason behind that is I'm trying to keep my Traveler's Notebooks very flat. So I'm finding that I'm loving that I'm using a lot of my stickers for this, just because that, you know, Traveler's Notebooks are made with paper. There's no protective sleeve over any of the your layouts or the actual cover itself, and because they are going to be held in people's hands, I didn't want it to be too bulky to where it's too much weight onto the paper and start tearing it. Now next I'm going to move on to the title, and the title is going to be Home is Family. So I'm going to grab a Felicity Jane stamp that says family because I knew I had that, and then I wanted to change it up a little bit to where it's Home is Family using those Making Memory stickers. I'm going to add a couple of some enamel dots. One of them is that it's like an orangey red. It's perfect. It's crazy how those the Sassafras matches with the Dear Lizzie, that red that's in the Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy collection, and then I have some Lawn Fawn enamel dots, and those 3 colors are exactly the same, and they're all different brands. Next, I'm going to show you how I layer all my stuff. So I just showed you my little bits and bob basket that is like a little catch for all. Anything that's really tiny that I didn't use, I sometimes tend to throw into that little basket. And then I have one empty one, because when you buy those from Crate Paper, you get 2. And so the empty one, I tend to always look in that little bits and bob catcher basket to see if I can use anything, and that's where I find all of my embellishments for this layout. So I grabbed some scraps. I'm going to layer up the photograph with some pink cardstock, and then I'm going to use that Dear Lizzie paper that has the floral, that's a scrap, and that's from another collection, and I honestly do not know what collection that's from. But if you definitely want to know, please leave a comment below and I will look it up for you and reply. Now, the embellishments that I ended up finding are very generic. It's some labels. I found one that's a flower, and then I found some phrase stickers and a bow. And I'm not going to think about this very long. I'm going to just kind of layer them all up and put them together. Now, the funny thing is about that doily that you just see, as I was layering all the pieces, I looked on, I can't even talk right now, blah, blah, blah. I looked on the floor and found this doily. It's probably been stomped on, ripped. I mean, I don't even know how long it's been sitting on the floor, but I'm going to use that. And so why have it still sitting on my floor, you know? And I'm going to use it. It's white. It's perfect. I thought about the pink one, but it's just 2 different tones of pink, and it's a little too much where it was kind of distracting. But because it's only a piece of the doily, I'm going to tuck it in low enough to where it doesn't look like it was cut off. So I'm not thinking much about this. I tend to, when I have little scraps, I find it very easy to tuck things in behind other things to create all my layers. And then I'm going to glue everything down, and then you're going to see me cut a piece of that doily off because it was hanging over the picture. I wish I wouldn't have done that, and you're going to see me cringe for a second because I'm going to go, oh boy, I just did this. What do I do now? Then I'm going to remember I have that bow sticker. And so yeah, there I am. I'm like, no. I'm going to grab that bow, and that is where my bow is going to go, so that way you cannot see the mistake that I just made. So after I reposition all the layers down, I'm going to glue them, and then that flower I actually got from a purchase. It's just a flower that has some, black print of, I don't know what it says on there, but I'm going to use that, and the reason why is the stamp is in black, and I'm trying to bring black now onto the other layout without it looking too heavy. Now, one thing I did find when I was looking through that little basket that has a bunch of those goodies, I found some phrase stickers that I don't know how long they've been sitting there, but they had like fuzzies, there was no stickiness to them left. Little tiny shreds of paper that was behind it. But the ones that were in that basket were Love You More, Always Together, and Our Lives Here. And I thought that couldn't be more fitting for this page. So I'm going to put the one that says Love You More behind on the very top behind that bow. And the reason why is our gift to our children is how much we love them. I mean, I know we always say to them, you'll never know how much mommy and daddy love you. And it's so true. So our gift is our love to our kids. And so when I thought of the bow, I thought that's where I need to put those words, love you more. Because we say that to them all the time. No, I love you more. And then the kids will be like, no, I love you more. I'm like, I don't think so. Next, I'm going to put the one that says Always Together on top of my photo because we are always together. It's, you've heard me say this before. It is just us, a small family. And, I love it and I appreciate it for what it is. Yes, of course, I wish my family was a lot bigger, but, it isn't. And so that's okay too. So I love what I have. And then next is Our Lives Here because this is our lives, and we always make the best of it. We always try to find the good in everything. I mean, no, we're not perfect, but we do try. And then I'm going to call that good. Now, I'm not going to add any journaling, and the reason why is it is going to be a very personal piece that I want to write in there for my kids. Alright guys, that is it. Here I am gluing everything down. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that now I lost my train of thought. I hope that you enjoyed this process video. If you did, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel and you find that my style is your style and that you like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here so that way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks again for joining me today. You all have an amazing night. Bye.